A local plant that makes a controversial animal poison was damaged by fire this weekend, but federal officials monitoring the cleanup say there shouldn't be any impact on the area environment.
The new technology center at a local college receives a big corporate grant to fund its courses, and a New England delicacy was brought to East Alabama this weekend.
Last week, temperatures way below the average. This week, temperatures way above the average. We'll have the complete work week forecast coming up.
We have one East Alabama football player selected for a high honor. I'll get you the details coming up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
A weekend fire in Oxford destroyed part of the Toll Chemical Company, a facility that makes a highly toxic poison used mostly overseas. Local and federal officials say they began monitoring the air and water around the plant as quickly as they could, and they believe none of the toxin was released outside of the company property. Oxford Fire Chief Gary Sparks says his crews received the call at 11:14 Friday night to the company, which sits close to the South Quintard Viaduct between Oxford and Anniston. The fire was reported by people at Red Lobster Restaurant, which is across the road. Sparks says at least one building is a complete loss, and the Environmental Protection Agency was on the scene of the fire Saturday morning to determine if the fire caused any chemicals from the plant to leak into the area.
As far as any contamination, everything according to the EPA has been confined to the plant site. We were able to put out booms and keep the water from going into Snow Creek, the runoff water, and the smoke that night. We had very little wind, so the smoke went straight up. But this product will disintegrate in heat as it gets over 110 degrees, and the fire was definitely a lot hotter than that.
Jordan Gerard, the on-site coordinator for the EPA, says his team is continuing to monitor the area around the plant to make sure it's safe. He says there should be no impact to the area from the chemicals that were being made at the company.
We got here at approximately 6:30 on Saturday morning. We were notified by Calhoun County EMA, and we came out to provide additional assistance for air monitoring for the community. We got out here, we immediately set up air monitoring for hydrogen fluoride and nitrous oxide. Those are the two main breakdown products of when the sodium fluoroacetate is heated. Those are the two main issues that we're concerned about. We immediately set up directly downwind, and we have not seen any detections of any of these materials or any of these chemicals with our air monitor that we conducted while the fire was going on Saturday.
Toll Chemical has been in operation on the site since 1955, manufacturing a product known as Compound 1080, which is an extremely toxic form of an animal poison. Sparks says the plant contained at least one of the original buildings that were brought to that site from West Anniston, where Compound 1080 was once made.
It's a chemical that Monsanto used to manufacture, and Mr. Toll Allen, who was a chemist at Monsanto, bought the formula and from them and got the patent on it, and he opened this plant in 1955. They said actually the old wooden structure that's inside the metal structure, that they moved it from Monsanto down here when he bought it.
Predator Defense, a nonprofit group working to ban Compound 1080, says the Oxford plant is the only legal producer of the toxin in the United States. According to the National Institutes of Health, the U.S. tightly regulates the availability of Compound 1080. Most of it is exported to New Zealand, Australia, Mexico, Japan, South Korea, and Israel, where it's used to control invasive mammals. Because the poison is colorless, odorless, tasteless, and water-soluble, the NIH says that it does have the potential for harm through intentional or unintentional food adulteration. Compound 1080 has also been studied as a possible weapon by some countries. It was found to be part of Saddam Hussein's secret laboratories in Iraq.
A local college gets a major corporate donation for its technology program, and we'll have the details in just a moment.
Barrett Body Shop has moved to its new location on Highway 431 in Alexandria. Barrett has been delivering top-notch collision repair in Calhoun County since 2000. Our skilled team restores your vehicle to pre-accident condition with a commitment to quality and safety. Choose Barrett Body Shop for honest, reliable service. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Gadsden State Community College has received a $1 million grant from the Gene Haas Foundation to support its precision machining program, which is located in its new Advanced Manufacturing and Workforce Skills Training Center. Alan Smith, Dean of Workforce Development at Gadsden State, says precision machining is a high-demand, high-wage occupation that includes automotive machinists, tool and die makers, and mold makers. In honor of the donation, the college is naming the Precision Machining Lab in the center the Gene Haas Center for Advanced Machining and Engineering Technology. The Haas Foundation has previously given funds to Gadsden State to support scholarships for students pursuing careers in manufacturing. Elizabeth Wheatley, who wrote the grant for the college, says the latest gift will have a lasting impact on Gadsden State students and the local manufacturing industry. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are approximately 357,000 machining jobs in the country, with a median annual income of over $53,000.
Motorists driving in US 278 between Piedmont and Gadsden are being warned to watch out for slow traffic as paving work is being done on that road. The Gadsden-Etowah County Emergency Management Agency says traffic will be slow east of Hoax Bluff because of the work. At times, only one lane, east and west, will be open. Motorists are being asked to watch out for workers and to be prepared to stop and wait if necessary.
Lobsters from Maine were the main course at a fundraiser this weekend, and we'll have the details after a few words from our sponsors.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Lots of live lobsters were flown to Anniston from Maine on Friday so they could be on the menu for Saturday's Lobster Fest at Grace Episcopal Church. It was the 26th annual event, which has so far raised more than $259,000 for Calhoun-Cleburne Habitat for Humanity. The event attracted a large crowd Saturday, and it featured plenty of kid-friendly activities on the church lawn.
And they could not have asked for better weather for Lobster Fest. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous Saturday afternoon.
It really was, and it seems like we're having one gorgeous day after another. Yeah. I wonder how long we can keep that up.
Well, let's put a little bit of pressure on John Holder, who's standing by the EAN Weather Center. Let's ask him, how much longer will the nice weather continue?
Mike and Katie, more of the same. If you love temperatures in the 80s, lows in the 50s, you're going to love the weather for the foreseeable future. The complete forecast for all of East Alabama is next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below.
Plenty of sunshine today across East Alabama and temperatures rising well above the average for this time of year. Back in the 80s today, 81 for the high this afternoon. After a cold morning, we were down at 43, so almost a 40-degree rise in temperatures today. Record high temperature 90 degrees, the record low 29. That record high temperature came in 1952, the record low in 53. Just a 1-year difference between the record high and record low. Sun setting tonight early at 6:02 and the sun rising tomorrow at 6:54. Time for weather on your street on this Monday night. Got to take you out to Ladiga Street in downtown Piedmont. Clear and cool again. Not as cool as it has been, but still we're going to fall into the 40s tonight up in Piedmont and all across East Alabama. The average low tonight about 48 degrees. Coming up tomorrow, more of the same. It's kind of like a broken record, they used to say back in the old days. Just no change at all in the forecast. 81 again tomorrow, more sunshine, more warmth down on Hell Street in downtown Oxford. Just get ready for another very pleasant October day coming up tomorrow. And the rest of the work week, again, no changes. Just how many times can you say sunshine and warm temperatures and no rain? Above normal temps on U.S. Highway 11 in downtown Attala. We'll have 80s for the rest of the week. Plenty of sunshine. No rain in the forecast. Enjoy the very nice weather. Here's the 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. 80s across the board for the rest of the work week and into the weekend. 82 tomorrow. Hope you didn't put your shorts up. Summertime temperatures. We got about 84, maybe even a couple degrees warmer than that, mid-80s on Thursday across East Alabama. The 40s are gone for a while. We'll be back into the 50s for nighttime lows beginning Wednesday night and Thursday morning. As a matter of fact, some mid to upper 50s coming. Only mid-50s Friday night, a very pleasant night for high school football. 80s again on Saturday. Maybe a little bit of a cool down, not much. Temperatures still remaining in the 70s for the back half of the weekend. Nighttime lows remaining in the 50s, and the big story is no chance of rain whatsoever in the forecast for the next 7 days. Here's what's causing all of this. Whenever we see H's, that means dry weather. And look at the H's here all across the United States. Utah, high pressure in Colorado, high pressure in South Dakota, even some high pressure up here in northern Idaho, out in the west, so not much rain out there. And certainly here in the eastern half of the country, again, a lot of H's out there. H down here in Louisiana, high pressure in the Smoky Mountains, high pressure up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Really no fronts to speak of. Some rain up in the Great Lakes area. But look at this. This is basically nothing but dry weather, very dry weather, no chance of rain. We call this a dome of high pressure sitting on the southeastern United States. That's keeping the rainfall and the fronts away from us, and that means more dry weather for the foreseeable future, at least another 7 to 10 days, probably going to finish the month of October without any rainfall here in East Alabama. I'll be back here tomorrow morning bright and early at 6 a.m. with your Tuesday weather at a glance. Coming up next in sports, Jordan Smith going to talk about a local player selected to play in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Football Classic. Jordan?
Thanks, John. At the end of each football season, Alabama and Mississippi get together and play one game on a Saturday in December after the state championships. This year's game is set for December the 14th at Hancock-Whitney Stadium on the campus of University of South Alabama. When selecting the team, one of the most important guys on the field is the kicker, and a lot of times it's the difference between winning and losing the game. We have one East Alabama kicker that will be doing all the work for the Alabama team. Grayson Cleet Forrest from Alexandria has been selected as the only kicker for the Alabama team. Cleet has kicked for the Valley Cubs since he was in the 7th grade. Now Forrest is a senior with several college offers on the table and getting a chance to do what he does best, kick the football. On 99% of his kickoffs this year, the opposing team has started on their own 20-yard line. In a quote from head coach of Alexandria, Todd Ginn, quote, "Cleet is one of the hardest working kids I know. He's a team-first guy that bleeds orange and black. I'm really happy for him." That was words from head coach Todd Ginn. The National Professional Fishing League is set to return to Oxford in 2025. The NPFL announced Friday that the tournament would return for a consecutive year to Logan Martin Lake next September 25th through the 27th. This year's tournament was held in March and was the season opener for the NPFL, which was also their largest field of anglers in history. This Sunday at Choccolocco Park will be the Battle of the Big House. 4 Alabama collegiate softball programs will wrap up their fall season in Oxford this Sunday. Northeast Community College and Auburn of Montgomery get things started at noon, followed by Alabama and Jack State at 2:30. Tickets are $10 and are available for purchase through GoFan or at the gate. Kids 12 and under are free. And finally, volleyball regional action begins Wednesday and will last through Friday. And we have several local teams that will be in action. Let's take a look at starting in some of those in Class 1A. Addison takes on Coosa Christian. Also in Class 1A, Faith Christian takes on Marion County. And the Spring Garden Panthers look to go back-to-back state championships as they host Brilliant. In 2A North, Pleasant Valley will take on West End. Southeastern versus Cedar Bluff. A couple other matchups in 2A South, Sampson will take on Ranburn. In 3A North, Donahoe takes on Clements. Geraldine and Glencoe go at it. Ohatchee takes on Sylvania, and Lauderdale County will face Weaver. In 3A South, Mobile Christian will take on the B.B. Calmer Tigers. In Class 4A in the North, West Morgan takes on the Alexandria Valley Cubs, and Cherokee County will take on East Lawrence. In 4A South, St. Michael's Catholic will take on Cleburne County, and Munford will take on Orange Beach. And in 5A North, Arab will take on Jacksonville, and St. Clair County will take on Gunnersville. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Jordan, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, our website, and on Rumble.
Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.